My name is Precious. I was born and raised half my life in San Francisco, California. In my teens, hanging around with my older brothers and sisters, I kind of got involved in drugs and alcohol. At that time, didn't have a job. Everything was about just getting high and drinking, escaping, numbing, and had to eat, had to have somewhere to sleep. So me and my boyfriend, we would steal from high-end places and return to get the money. Every couple of days, we just had to keep doing it and keep doing it. I've been married 4 times. I have 5 children. I had to deal with abuse, mentally, emotionally, severely, physically. That's not no way to live, especially for children. I ended up going to a shelter. One of the ladies at the shelter that I was at, she told me about the jobs ban. And it wasn't until I got there that I seen the whole story. It wasn't some little old ranky-dinky truck. It was like, wow, this is nice. They thought well of us.
My name is Gerald Cooper. I have been the jobs van director for 3 years. When I first started the jobs van, I would have to drive around the downtown area, park the van, walk around, look for people. I didn't know exactly where to go, so it would take about 45 minutes to an hour to find 12 people. Now, having done it for so long, I know where they hang out. I know where they panhandle. I know the hot spots. They wave me down at times, and a lot of times I'll get the list while I'm driving. About 90% of everyone who I speak with agree to get on the jobs van. So many of those people don't know who they are or whose they are. God creates kings. God creates queens. They're called his children. I was given my first bit of drugs when I was 7 years old, forced to drink alcohol when I was 16, and things got worse from there. I can understand a lot of people's situations because I understand their brokenness, because I was broken. If I can give you hope, then you can have faith. And if you have faith, then you have something that you can operate with to change your life. City Gospel Mission has coupled themselves with Generosity 513 to work the jobs van. We pay $45 to anyone who would get on. We start at about 9 o'clock in the morning. I always ask the question, who's new on the jobs van? Everybody who raises their hand, they're going to walk with me. 6 with me on this side of the street, 6 on the other side, so both sides of the street can be clean. I got to speak with Precious as we walked and cleaned together. And I told her about the women's recovery. So I had her fill out an application, and just a few days later, she was accepted and she went right in.
When Gerald started telling me about the women's program, I said, is it okay to be a Christian there? And he was like, yeah, it's a faith-based program. As he described it, it was like, are you for real? Are you serious? You're telling me that I don't have to leave in 2 months? He said, it's not time-oriented. He said, it's goal-oriented.
We get finished at around 11:30 because lunch is at 12 o'clock. At City Gospel Mission, we give them a free lunch. And we give them a care package while we're there. And while we're having lunch, I speak to each and every one of them individually as to what else we can offer to help them. We can get them into our homeless shelter, recovery department, our employment network. There's a lot more than 12 people that are disenfranchised. So even though the 12 may show up, 30 may show up at times. Almost 1,700 people in 2024 got on the jobs van. 104 people were connected with employment, and 110 were connected to other programs affiliated with City Gospel Mission.
Through the program, I've learned to change the way I think. When I'm confronted with something, I now have a different way of thinking, a different way of feeling about it. It's not bombarded with anger or survival mode, high intensity stress mode. It's now, okay, think about it, take a second thought, this'll pass. I just keep going. I want my kids to be proud of me. I don't want them to have that abusive cycle with my life. They can see how I got out of it and how I persevered. It's not that wall that I hit anymore. It's, oh, here's a door. I have the key. Turn open the lock, walk through it, shut it behind me, and keep walking.